Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the History of Fan Anime. I'm your host, William Chow, and today we're going to spend another day going to the arcade. Okay, so in today's episode, I went through some of the old tapes and digging around, and I found an old Japanese game show called Time Bomber. Alright, so it's a kind of a premonition of basically taking some celebrities and famous people in Japan and taking them to the arcade, and we're going to play some Namco games. Alright, so there's some fun there. So I'm going to go over and basically go over some of the, and help you through it, go through some of the rules and that kind of stuff as pertaining to the game, and then you can see, I guess, celebrities struggle. Alright, so again, before we begin, I want you to go down below, click like and click subscribe. Thank you very much. I've now officially hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm looking to get continue to get more, and really to celebrate this very soon. I'm also keeping an eye on the watch count number. So as soon as I get that, then we'll probably do another big giveaway or something or whatever when I get that. So that's a big landmark point to hope to get to. So again, thank you very much for all the support and and all the watching and sharing that you've done for me. That was really helpful. Okay, so today's episode, again, I went through the old Owase tape. So basically, Owase bookstore used to be one of these Japanese chain bookstores that rented videotapes. And what it was basically they had someone in Japan record these VHS tapes full of just whatever was on TV at a particular time, and then they rented them out. Usually like $3 for a couple of days or for a week or whatever it was that they rented them for. And then after things got stale dated or whatever, a couple of years old, then they sold off the tapes for like 99 cents. And they took the labels off, or sometimes left the labels, but a lot of times they took the labels off. And so when you bought them, they're like 99 cents each. So I buy like 10, 20, 30, 50 of them at a time, just a whole whack of them, and I bring them home and just start going through them one on one. And it's like Christmas, right? It's like, this is like, wow. I mean, you never know what you're gonna put in and find. Like, sure, some days it's like soap opera, who cares, and or news documentary about I don't know whatever, just whatever. But then also you get these like weird, like music shows were really good. I collected a whole pile of things like Music Station and that stuff. And that's when you bring on the artist and they play on stage and they play their new songs and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I get to see what kind of new music and that kind of stuff is out, and see what some of the artists are like and that kind of stuff. So that was those. I kept a lot of those tapes and whatnot. And I'll be giving them away as in the giveaways, because so you guys can see what they're kind of like. But again, I also ran across a whole bunch of these really strange Japanese TV shows and game shows, right? So I've already posted a couple of them already, and today this is another one of these ones I posted up. And today's episode is basically a bunch of these Japanese TV dramas. Okay, so these are like afternoon soap operas, if you will, kind of like things, right? And they're gonna have a competition between the various different drama shows. So this is this is a way that the TV station is trying to build up some some viewer numbers and some ratings by kind of making some contests and making some competition between these sort of dramas. So they basically got a bunch of different shows together, and they're gonna put them on in this competition. Now, this competition is sponsored by Namco, right? So one of the big arcade game makers, and they basically got a bunch of quote Namco-like arcade games set up for them, and they're gonna basically make these people do all these different challenges, try to score them in points and that kind of stuff, and see who's the better quote TV show or game, whatever drama show in this game. Okay, so I'll explain the events and I'll explain sort of the rules that they kind of did to the events. That you see, but again, it's all again based off of the Namco, game company. All right, that these games are for. So again, I'll switch it over and let you have a look at these guys playing video games. All right, so without further delay, let's begin. Okay, so this is a game show called Time Bomber. And so basically, there's a whole bunch of competitive games which are you have to do under the clock, and you got a bunch of teams going through. So they've got the teams separated according to different shows and that kind of stuff that these people are on. And so it's basically a rivalry between the different drama shows. So the first game is called Flying High. And so basically Team A here is going to have a bunch of selected candidates. So they have basically the game from Namco called the Prop Cycle, okay, which is basically a virtual game where you're riding a bicycle kind of like thing and you're flying. They have 4 guys also on the cycles to provide energy, but they've wired them. If you notice those gloves, they have wires to them. So basically, if the pilot crashes the aircraft, the people that have got the wired gloves on will end up getting an electrical shock sent to them. Also, if they crash into a balloon that has a skull mark on it, they instantly lose the game. The idea is you score points by hitting the balloon. It'll activate and ask them a question. The person then has to answer the question properly, and that gives you scoring points. That's the only way you score points in the game, and this is how they're going to play it. So you can see, as she crashes into the wall, the people that are on the cycles get electrocuted, as it were. So watch them play this game. So they finished, but they didn't answer any questions properly, so they actually got 0 points. So Team A, 0 points.
上です上です上です上です上です上です上ですうまい。まずは私からね。超可愛い野村優香ちゃんとか最近話題の子役タレントたちを指す言葉でチャイルドとアイドルを混ぜてできた言葉はチャイドル。ビバー。
Correct answer. They score points.
下ですね下ですね。ちょっと下へ。下いっぱいあります。怖がってたっては。はい、風船あった。そうそうそう。正面正面左です上です上です上です上ですこれは動いたもっと下です風船はもっと下そうさあ正面の風船割りましょう正面の風船狙ってまっすぐですまっすぐまっすぐもうちょっと下そうはいお待たせしましたわしじゃ長寿番組徹子の部屋に一番多く出演しているタレントは誰でしょうこれ長寿番組徹子の部屋
Correct answer. They score points.
危ないドクロでしたさあ残り時間が少なくなったあと5秒さあ正面の風船2秒1秒タイムオーバー
And Team B scores 20 points for the 2 questions of the answer.
我を忘れ操縦に没頭するナポリ電流の犠牲となった4人の生贄しかし女優ナポリ優子の操縦だけに文句は言えません。お疲れ様。続いては石田純一田中律子の操縦で生贄になるテレビタックルの4人。面白い図式です。
このチームのやる気を見てください。石田純一が靴を脱ぎました。後ろのこの電流体の顔ぶれも見ものです。では行きましょう。タイムボンバー。
このまましていいのかな、まずは。
はい、それでは私からです。テレビ朝日日曜洋画劇場の解説でおなじみの淀川長春さんが番組の最後のセリフは何でしょう。
さよならさよならさよなら。
奥からだ。この春公開の映画ドラえもんのび太のねじ巻きシティ冒険記の主題歌を歌っている元キャロルのボーカルといったら誰だ。
えーちゃん。
あったり。
ねえわしじゃい、うちのばあさんが半分だけ食うのが好きな食べ物って何でしょう。
ハンバーグ？何？
よくできました。
確かね、エステに通って誰だかわかんないくらい変身することをスーパーモデルの名前に引っ掛けて惜しい。
ナオミよ。何？
ナオミ・キャンベルに引っ掛けてキャンベルでした。あ、また私だ。アメリカで大ヒットしたテレビドラマでモルダー、スカリー、両捜査官の
Xファイル。
そそっかしくていつも転んでばっかりいる虫ってなんだ。
何？転んでばっかりの虫？わかんない。コロコロ虫？何？
テントウムシ。テントウムシ。
あったり。
The team C scores 5 questions, so it's 50 points for that. However, they get a penalty because one of the players that was on the bike took off the gloves, the electrocution gloves, so they get a penalty of 20 points. So they only get 30
人
points.
生40年初めて体験する電流ショックに思わずボンバーグローブを脱ぎ捨てる田島陽子。これはいけません。続いては高井秀和松本めぐみの操縦。生贄は電流には慣れっこタイムボンバーチームです。
特別に出川さんにはクラゲがいけます。はい、皆さん楽しみにしててください。
やっていきましょう。タイムボンバー。
電気を逆さに読むと金でじゃがせがな金で逆さに読むとどうなるかの。電気は金でせがな金で。あらマグロはひじゃもう赤井さんは今度シェフの役をやるそうじゃの。ところでシェフと言ったら英語じゃが、さてデザートと言ったら何語でしょう。デザートは何語？バカ者英語じゃ。
So Team D runs into the balloon with the skull, so they actually eliminated, so 0 points for them.
Second bomber, 3-ball crash.
Okay, for second bomber, we have the 3-ball crash game. So basically, each of the teams will basically play this sort of, I don't know, I guess, pushing skeet ball-like game, and you have to basically score points. So in the first level, it's basically you have to knock out the letters in a particular order, okay? And you just basically push the ball, and then the ball hits it, and then it disappears. So again, these games also made by Namco. It's kind of just their version of some different virtual games. Okay, so time's up. Stage 1, they scored 9 complete sessions. And now stage 2 is they have to basically play people pong. So you have to basically keep the guy bounced up. And so this is a timing sort of thing. So let's see how well they do. Okay, so they failed that. So they only managed to do 1 bounce. And so that's all they got. 9 points for the 1 bounce.
というわけで9問も正解したのに
1回しか助けなかったので9ポイント。
続いては B ブロックエンミエミリを先頭にご覧の10人が記録更新に挑みます。
では B ブロックいきます。タイムボンバー。問題は何か。
虫の名前にて
虫の名前にて。
So he got the ball in the wrong order, so they got eliminated right away. They only scored 3 completions on that one, just because they put the character in the wrong spot. Okay, so they did better on stage 2. They managed to get the guy up, and they managed to score 41 points on that one, so that was good. So they jump into the lead with that goal.
続いて C ブロック先頭田代正史から最後の松村邦弘までご覧の10人の挑戦です。
さあ行きましょう。 C ブロックタイムボンバー。おいおいおいおいおいおい。ギャングはいいの。さあ問題。
Okay, so he screwed that one up. They got that in the wrong order again, so they get eliminated out of that section and see if they get anything better on stage 2. So they scored 2 points on that. Let's see if they can keep the guy up. And the same guy screws it up again. So yeah, they only scored 48 points on this one. And I guess they want to try to roll him in there. So they take the lead with 48.
そして最後に A ブロックゲームに慣れているタイムボンバーチームがどこまで得点を伸ばせるか注目です。
では行きます。タイムボンバー。お絵かきコーナー。絵かきお題が入れた。
体の部分にて
そ
Okay, so they managed to keep the guy up for 7 times, so that allows them to get 63 points out of that. That pulls them into the lead.
Third Bomber Voice Fighter.
Okay, so this game is pretty much the same as the Sonic Cannonball that they have at the Sonic Arcade, where basically you throw basically a ball pit into a trash can that opens and closes. The other thing that they've added to it to make it the voice fighter is they can also play a musical clip, and then you're supposed to basically name that tune. So let's see how which team qualifies, and let's see if they can name the tune.
まずは A ブロック A ブロックは松方弘樹さんと小手川さん、せーの。バカ言ってんじゃないよ、お前と俺は一つしたけど一つ屋根の下暮らしたいったんだねよ。
Okay, so we got that question right. Team A scores 30 points for the correct answer. Okay, correct answer for that one, so 30 more points for Team C.
さあ、それでは次のペアの顔ぶれを紹介します。まずは A チーム。はい、A ブロック、フォローのチャレンジャーから野々村誠さんと市村愛さん。この2人は強そうですね。そして B ブロックは、はい、月曜ドラマイン2人から山口さやかさんと小峰玲奈さん。はい。これも若い女性2人ですから、イントロは強そうです。はい。問題はこのブロックです。はい、目撃ドキュンからです。ラサールシンさんと大木ボンドさんです。そしてそれ以上に問題なのはこの D ブロックです。はい、タイムボンバーの出川哲朗さんとアジャコングさんです。では行きましょう。タイムボンバー。
Okay, so Sharon Q is correct. So they get Team D gets 30 points, and I actually have that Sharon Q single, so it's pretty cool.
B ブロックはあなたに会いたいからちいたきょうさんと浅田美代子さん。このペアも浅田さんは歌手だしね。屋根の上だもん。あ、そうだ。ここもなかなか侮れません。一番侮っていいのが C ブロック。ここはもう問題ないでしょ。強敵はこの D ブロックです。タイムボンバーの歌姫千秋さんですよ。そう。はい、そして矢部美穂さんです。さあ行きましょう。ではタイムボンバー。 のペアでは歌い出しからどうぞ。せーの。
私の恋はオッケー、みんな乗ってる、風に乗って走る、おっしゃ
Okay, so that answer is correct. 30 more points for Team A.
顔ぶれ紹介しましょう。 A ブロックは、
はい、A ブロックはシェイプアップガールズの4人で、お二人で中島さんと布施さんで、はい、よろしくお願いします。
そして B ブロックは、
はい、B ブロックは土曜ワイド劇場から名取裕子さんと巧妙が土の段海さんです。
こちらの女性2人ですが、私の個人的な気持ちとしてはこの B ブロックに頑張ってほしい。そして C ブロックは、
はい、C ブロックはスーパーセンチャンネルから田代正史さん、ワイドスクランブルから
このチームは、マーシーとピューまで頑張りますよ。
さあ A ブロックはこの顔ぶれ。
はい、タイムボンバーから山田邦子さんと西村
ふにちゃんは歌の方も詳しいし
好きですね、カラオケは。
ともみちゃんもイントロ当て好きでしょ。はい、では行きましょう。タイムボンバー。A ブロック、山田邦子、西村智美ペア2人で歌い出しからどうぞ。せーの。
私が夢の国。
Okay, so that was an incorrect answer. They threw her into the ball pit, and they actually lose 10 points for the incorrect answer. Okay, so this round ends. D block gets an additional 100 points. C block gets an extra 50 points. A block gets 30, and the last block gets 10. All right. I hope you guys had a little fun watching them play and seeing some people suffer. All right, as they do on video games. And again, I'll have more episodes of different other types of video video game competition and other sort of Japanese game show like stuff. All right. So until next time, I will see you again.